These are the best cars that you can buy for under $60,000. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 190 Ethan. I'm Ethan, and today is part 3 of our 4-part series I'm calling Budget Beaters, where we take a certain budget and we look at what are the best cars that you can buy within that budget for commuting, for your family, and just for fun. So let's get into it. Today's commuter is a 2020 Mercedes-Benz S560. That's right, an S-Class, the ultimate commuter. If there is one car that you want to spend hours of your day in, this is going to be it. The S-Class is world class in its driving experience and its luxury feel and features. It's going to shut you out from everything that's happening around you in that bumper to bumper traffic and lull you into relaxation with your massage seat and your 26 speaker Burmaster sound system. It's so comfortable, it's so serene, it's such a great driving experience that even when you get home, you might sit there in the driveway to just finish off that last song. It also has a big V8 that makes 460 horsepower, so it can get out of its own way and weave in and out of traffic and merge onto highways very effectively. It's also pretty big on the inside, so even though it's a sedan, it doesn't feel cramped and there's plenty of space to throw your colleagues in for an outing to lunch. Once you get into this range of vehicle, there's really no competing with the S-Class. You have the BMW 7 Series, you also have the Audi A8, but everyone knows that the S-Class is kind of the king of serene sedans. And that's why I'm picking it for my commuter. If there's one car that I have to drive to and from work, this is the one I want to do it in. For our family option under $60,000, I'm taking a 2023 Chevy Suburban. That's right, the ultimate family vehicle. The Chevy Suburban is a legend in its own right. And you could swap in the Yukon here, but I picked the Suburban nameplate because it has been around for so long and so many families have these vehicles to haul around them and their pets and their bikes and their suitcases and their... Anyways, the Suburban is nice and large. You get 3 big rows of seats that you can fit kids or adults in, plus a giant trunk behind the 3rd row to fit all of their stuff. Suburbans are also really great for long road trips because they give you that commanding driving feel of driving a truck, but even though they're SUVs, they're still tailored to drive on the road very composed. I like the Suburban over the Expedition because the Expedition no longer offers a V8 option. And in fact, in newer Suburbans, you can get that 3-liter Duramax that's in my Yukon. And it's such a great powertrain to have in a car, especially family hauler. Another nice thing about these is it's basically a truck, so you can carry a lot of weight in case you have a boat or a camper that you want to haul. It's really nice compared to maybe a Japanese counterpart. You also, in this segment, compete with things like the Nissan Armada, but it's a Nissan. And then you have the Toyota Sequoia, which I think is in a bit of an identity crisis. It used to be this big, huge SUV that was reliable and could go 400,000 miles. And now it's a hybrid and it's not so big and it's made out of a lot of plastic. Anyways, one of the best things that I like about the Suburban and the Yukons is that GM has done a really good job at making these easy to drive. A lot of people might be scared to grab them because, your wife's going to be driving it and you're worried that she's driving the school bus around and that she's going to be hitting lots of curbs or other people's bumpers. But believe it or not, with the camera systems that they put on these things, and they have a really good turning radius, my Yukon turns sharper than my Camry does. They're pretty easy to whip around in parking lots and get them exactly where you want them to be. They also have safety features like automatic braking and lane departure assist and all of that kind of stuff. So it's really not as hard to drive as you might think with how big it is. The Suburban's a legendary family vehicle. I mean, it's literally called a Suburban. So I think this is a great choice for under 60 grand, as you can find a pretty decent option for one of these under that price. And now for our fun vehicle under 60 grand. 60 grand is a lot of money to spend on a vehicle for fun, so I wanted to pick something really interesting. I went grand touring car in the beginning, and then we went for more toy car with the Jeep in episode 2. So now I'm going a little bit of a different route. I'm taking the 2005 Dodge Viper SRT 10. That's right, 6.3 liter V10 naturally aspirated. This car is absolutely unhinged. The entire purpose of this car while you're driving it is to kill you in a fiery ball of twisted metal. I mean, power, speed, and no nannies. The rest of the car is built basically out of plastic. There's no features in there to help you from killing yourself around the corner. That being said, what is more exhilarating and more life giving than being on the edge of death at any given second? Not to mention, the Viper is a legend. That Viper red color, you can get a really good example of one of these. You will be the talk of any cars and coffee or a roll down Main Street. This car has a top speed of 190 miles per hour, but that's only if you have the balls to get there. It's literally a fire breathing dragon with a pony saddle strapped to the back and a tiny little rope for you to hold on for dear life. But I love it. And for 60 grand, if you're going to buy a car, you want a car that makes a statement. This certainly makes a statement. It's going to be loads of fun. And man, are they pretty to look at. Love to have one of these in my garage one day. Dodge Viper for the fun option. Yeehaw. So those are the best three options of cars that you can buy under $60,000 for commuting, for your family, or just for fun. Let me know in the comments if you think that you have a better option, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the last episode in the Budget Beater series where we're taking money off the table and we're saying no object. That one is going to be fun. You cannot miss it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.